So are you telling us you think Levy maybe had it all his own way up until now, and Conte's saying, I will have a significant say?
I think Daniel Levy's been calling the shots for 20 years now, best part of 20 years. Is it 2 League Cups? Spurs are a big club by anyone's standards. Big support, big history in London.
Mean, Graham, by calling the shots?
Making football decisions.
Well, again, it depends what you mean by that, because it's not the manager's job, surely, to negotiate a player's contract and wage. It's not the manager's job to go and negotiate with the football club.
Different. I'm already getting you. You twist things, don't you?
No, I'm not. No, that's what Trevor Sinclair's introduced into your mind. Don't go down that rabbit hole. But here's the thing.
I get that mirror all the time. Don't go down that rabbit.
If you're saying that
I'm saying who comes to the club, you'll have a say in that.
Which manager wouldn't? Did you ever have a situation where you were in a position where you weren't?
I look at Spurs and I think how poorly they've done under the stewardship of Daniel Levy in terms of winning trophies. And I look at the Gareth Bale money, and I think if you look at that Gareth Bale money...
Who wasted that? AVB?
That's the question.
He went out and spent it.
Yeah, no, but who decided to buy the players they bought? They got Ericsson out of that.
That's madness, Gray. You genuinely believe that Daniel Levy, and I know Daniel quite well, would sit in his boardroom...
So you're defending him?
No, I'm not defending him. I'm giving you an alternate view. Do you sit there and genuinely believe that Daniel Levy is going to sit there with a dog and bark for him? And go, I tell you what, I know better than you.
I do believe that.
Now, the economics of a deal.
I do believe that.
If a manager walks into his office and goes, I want that player for 50 million quid, and Daniel says, we can't afford it, but you can have this player for 30 million quid, you want him. I believe that conversation happens,
I do believe that he has had the last say on who came to that football club.
Financially?
No, and
financially.
Choosing players as well.
Financially, Graham.
I think you had a big say in it.
The only thing he cares about is the finances of Tottenham Hotspur. When he delivered them £130 million profitability, which was the record profitability any football club had ever generated 2 or 3 years ago, his focus was build a stadium. The reason why he's put Conte in the door is because he's got to fund the stadium.
You're speaking like an owner. You think an average supporter is interested in Spurs turning £130 million profit?
No. But there is a backdrop. There is a backdrop.
I'm loving this.
Well, that £130 million profit then built them the best stadium that you just turned around and said is the best one in the world, which they are interested in, right?
I love this conversation about, look at the stadium we've got. What a genius our owner is, our chairman.
He put 70,000 fans
rocket science to build a stadium in the modern world with income to the Premier League.
Why has it taken Liverpool X amount of years to do one?
Because they followed the
Why haven't Everton done
one? One question at a time. They followed the business plan of the Boston Red Sox, where they stayed in the city and they stayed with an old stadium and they improved it.
But hold on, Liverpool have needed a new stadium long before Fenway walked in the door.
They had, listen, you know and I know, for the Americans, in our soccer, it's about turning a profit. It's about increasing the value of your...
not American.
Increasing your value of your asset, and then you punt it. That is a game plan for the Chelsea people. That is a game plan for the Glaziers.
But that's business, right?
And I'm not disrespecting it. I'm not saying that shouldn't be like that. And that's a plan for the guys at Liverpool to make a profit. But we're getting way off the subject about Daniel Levy. I believe Daniel Levy has had too big a say in who arrived at that football club, and that's why 20 years later, 2 League Cups. For Spurs,
only one actually. Now you think it all changes with Conte's around because of the man Conte is.
I think Conte left Chelsea because he put it down. He wanted a say in who comes to the club,
and he wasn't getting it.
And he wasn't getting it. And I think, because we were talking, it was originally ironic because Man U didn't want him because he was too confrontational, but he subsequently ended up at Spurs where he's always had a conversation.
But we don't know that, whether Conte wanted to go to Man United because it's a car crash and sits there looking at it going, this is a clown camp. Why would I want to go there? They've got no backroom staff of any quality. The recruitment network isn't very good and their chief executive was away with the fairies.
Either way, for my old club, it's upwards and onwards, and I think they will be challenging. I don't think they can win it, but I see them having a really good season and getting into the Champions League.